Hi guys, welcome back to Laila's Home Cooking. On today's episode, on your request, I want to show you how I make the very classic moussaka, and I'm gonna show you the main ingredients that we're gonna be needed right now, and then as time move on, this is going to be step by step, and I'm gonna show you the rest of the ingredients. We're gonna need some eggplant. I'm using 2 large eggplant, and I have washed them and then slice them into that much, like a 1/4 inch thick, and also 4 to 5 large potatoes, peel and cut them into almost the same size of the eggplant, or you can go a little bit thinner, just a little bit. And then we need some ground beef. Oil is preheating right now. The first thing we're gonna do now is the traditional grated style moussaka is the veggies goes deep fry. If you don't want to fry these veggies, you can just toast them in the oven. Just lay them on a tray on a single layer, one veggie at a time, and then just drizzle some olive oil, salt and pepper, and then just toast them in the oven. But right now I'm just gonna fry them. I'm not adding no salt and pepper, nothing, just fry them, and then we're gonna move to the next step. My oil is preheating over medium-high heat, and the first thing I'm going to do is fry the potatoes. And that would be about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so now these are done. Try to drain most oil, and then I have a large tray lined with paper towels. We're gonna line them all on the paper towel, and I'm also gonna tap on top another paper towel to remove the excess oil on top of the veggies as well. So just keep it that way, and then I'm just gonna keep frying the rest. Now that all the potatoes has been fried in the same oil, just reduce the heat a little bit, and now we're gonna fry the eggplant. Again, no salt and pepper added. The eggplant gonna take less time to fry than the potatoes, and then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna transfer this on a large tray lined with paper towels so they can absorb the oil, the excess oil from it, and then we're gonna move to the next step. Okay guys, all my veggies done frying. They are already like on the side, and I have reduced the amount of oil that was in the pan. I'm using the same pan. Now you guys can see I add a little bit of olive oil. It's about less than ½ cup, because the ground beef is lean, so if your ground beef is not that lean, then you may add a little bit more oil. So to the hot oil, I have added 1 small onion, finely sliced. You can dice them. Now what we are looking for is a light golden brown color. Onion is getting there. Now to that, I'm gonna grate 2 cloves of garlic straight into the pan. Okay, now you can see the onion is getting brown. Now add the meat. If you don't eat beef, you can use ground lamb. Okay, now just take a spoon and try to break the meat. Just like that, and at the same time keep mixing, and the heat is over medium-high. And now we're gonna cook this ground beef, and this is the second step of this dish. Now add salt. I'm not gonna add too much salt because later on we're gonna add cheese, and the cheese will have like a little bit of salt, black pepper, cumin powder, cinnamon powder, a bit of nutmeg powder, and just a bit of cloves powder. And not to forget my favorite, some paprika powder. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoonful. Okay, now give this a mix. Okay, now add a tablespoon full of concentrated tomato paste. Okay, and now the meat is looking good so far. It's been 10 minutes. Give this a good mix. Mixing in the food, mixing in every dishes is very important. So the spices, the gravy, the sauces can go everywhere in the entire dish. Okay, now you can use about 4 to 5 fresh tomatoes and then blend them into paste. But I have these in frozen. I had the leftover and I just froze them, so mine is a little bit frozen here. It's going to cook together with the meat, and it will be fine. It will be dissolved. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and cover this and let this cook in about 10 minutes. All my frozen tomatoes gonna be melt, and then if I see that I need some water, I'm gonna add some water and let the meat cook completely, and then we're gonna move to the next step. Okay, let's open the pan. This is looking good already. To that now I'm gonna add some, this is fresh chopped parsley. You guys know I chop them, wash them, chop them, and then put them in a Ziploc bag, and then just froze them because it comes in a big bunches, which it's not able to use. I'm not able to use them in one day, so they goes bad. So it is still green. This is a good part of it. Okay, so now everything is looking good. I'm gonna turn my heat off, and I'm just gonna leave the meat on a side, and we're gonna move to the third step, which is a bechamel sauce. Okay, now we're gonna start making the bechamel sauce, and this is a saucepan over low heat. Add your butter and let that melt. I'm using unsalted butter. And now to that melted butter, you're gonna add flour. This is just plain flour. Now use a hand whisk and then whisk this right away and quickly, so it doesn't create lumps. Okay, this is what you're looking for, like a glue, sticky kind of things, weird kind of looking. This is going to turn a very nice bechamel sauce just in a minute. But first we're gonna let the raw flavor go on from the flour, and then we're gonna add the milk. Add your milk just little by little, and then just keep whisking, do not stop. Okay, this is what you're gonna see. The consistency gonna be like weird again, and maybe you panic, but don't panic. Just keep mixing and keep adding the milk. Alright guys, this is a bechamel sauce. This is almost done. It's looking great, almost like an ice cream. Look at this. I'm gonna add just a pinch of salt and a pinch of black pepper. I like to use black pepper. For the white sauce, you can use white pepper if you want to. Okay, we're almost done. Now before we finish, I'm gonna add just a touch of nutmeg powder. Not too much. Whisk Okay, and then the grated cheese. I have already grated my cheese, and I'm adding I'm using half mozzarella, half white cheddar. Okay, I'm gonna add a handful of cheese, just a big handful, and then mix. Okay, so I have removed the saucepan from the stove and it's on the wood board right now. Keep whisking, okay, for the okay, now all you're gonna do is add the egg yolk. I'm using only egg yolk. Save the white for omelette, for anything. Meringue. For meringue you need more white egg. Okay, now we're just gonna stir the egg yolk, and you will see the bechamel sauce will be like loosen a little bit, just like that. Just follow the written ingredient. The written ingredient will be in the description box. Just follow that step by step. And then we're almost done to assembling. And at this point, preheat your oven to 400 Fahrenheit. And now it's time to assembling, and that's the best part of cooking, because it's almost gonna go in the oven, and the oven is preheating right now. So to the meat, I'm gonna add just a little bit of this sauce. This will like add a little bit like glue to the meat, and it will help when you're gonna slice your moussaka. It will stays like squares. It will be like a layer, like a pudding, like a cake, like you guys gonna see after. So just mix that up. I would say I have added here about 2 to 3 tablespoons, big tablespoon, like full tablespoon of the bechamel sauce to the meat. Now we're gonna mix this, and I'm gonna bring the rest of my stuff here, and we're gonna start assembling. Okay, so first thing you're gonna do is just take your sliced fried potatoes, and then just arrange them just like that. Try to make one layer, and then the leftover you can just do it like that. And now on top of the potatoes goes the fried eggplant, and on top of the eggplant we're gonna add the meat. And then I'm just gonna add like a thin layer of grated cheese. They are mixed. I mix them all, the white cheddar and the mozzarella. And then we're gonna add the bechamel sauce. Look at this creamy texture. Bechamel goes on top of everything. And then we're gonna smooth that up with a wooden spoon will be the best. And then the leftover grated cheese, I'm gonna add that on top. Okay guys, so now this is going to go in my preheated oven 400 Fahrenheit, and that will be like about half an hour, maybe less, maybe a little bit more. Just wait until the cheese goes bubbly and nice and golden brown, and then I'm gonna show you how it looks like. Okay guys, look at this. This is so beautiful. I just want you to see the bubbly that I was talking about. When they become bubbly and light golden brown, actually this is like a nice golden brown color, and this is how you know your moussaka is ready. So now you can't cut this right now. You want this to set. Give it about at least 20 minutes or half an hour, and then you can start slicing them, and then just plate them. And this was in the oven for exactly 35 minutes, 400 Fahrenheit. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye.